Hello and welcome to Chocolate Covered Gaming. I am the usual Hershey Bar, the consistent, the stable, the noble. And with me today is the ever reliable, dependable, and frivolous Mars Bar. How you doing, Mars?
Hola, está de Mexico. No, I can't.
I'm happy Mars is an American candy because, boy, that was painful.
Yeah, coming live from Mexico.
Yep,
In a nondescript shed, hiding from
the
Mexico.
cops caught on to us after the 4th of July episode, and like the man he is, Chris /
I ran
Mars,
south of the border.
just before we even got the note, he just immediately started running south.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's the Joseph Joestar technique of run away.
Yep.
It works.
When in doubt, run like a bitch. So,
Exactly.
here we are today on our 13th episode, good old Lucky 13. And I got a special treat for us today, Chris, my boy.
Oh, we do? We got a special treat? Is it fine? Do we actually get to eat candy on the podcast?
No.
Darn.
Yeah, the day we'll do a special episode when we finally get something akin to a studio and we record in person. We'll just do an ASMR candy eating.
ASMR. And we got to do the unwrap too. We got to open
it. It'll be a Patreon exclusive episode.
Yeah.
Only we'll just crinkle the foil, eat it, chew it a bit. It'll be great for when I get off this diet. That'll be my treat too.
Someday.
So, I was thinking about it. And I didn't want to do it because of this, but I feel like I want to now because been thinking about it a lot. You did Space Marines last time.
Yep.
So I've been thinking, you know what we got to do?
Chaos Space Marine.
No. Fair, but no. we gotta still support the Imperium, even though I'm a Xenos boy.
Mm-hmm.
However, we gotta rep that Imperial Guard. We gotta show that guardsman spirit. We gotta, for the Emperor, this shit. We gotta make it real. And you know what we're gonna make to make it real?
Wait, what?
We making a Leman Russ battle tank.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah. Bet you weren't expecting that.
No, when you said Imperial Guard, I'm like, what? Are we making a guardsman stat block or a Imperial Guard subclass? I'm like,
Nope,
my mind just started going. I'm like, okay, what do they do? They die a lot.
Yeah, but if you play a certain kind of archetype called Parking Lot, which is you take all their really cheap but amazing mechs and vehicles that are really fucking broken. They're broken in 8th edition. Leman Russes can capture objectives.
Wait, what? Why?
Because they're Leman Russes.
They roll up to the objective and it's like, look at me, I'm the captain now.
Exactly. They roll up to an objective. There's a little gene stealer there. They look at the gene stealer and go, I got a tank, bitch. The gene stealer just puts us up in arms and walks us away.
Leman Russ is the 40k version of Rescue Whale.
Oh my god. So, just like we did Space Marine, for those of you who don't know, Warhammer 40k, hopefully listen to our Space Marine episode for general Space Marine stuff. Imperial Guard are the more normal people. They haven't been souped up like Space Marines to be superhuman. They're just normal people fighting in this horrifying universe.
They're your Saving Private Ryans and your...
Exactly. They're normal people with laser guns and laser pistols.
Just like you and me.
Which sucks. However, they have access to a lot of vehicles, like tanks, artillery, helicopters, jets. A lot of awesome stuff, named cool stuff like Basilisk, or Manticore, or Wyvern, or Hydra, or Leman Russ. And
shout out to the Adeptus Mechanicus.
No, they get no credit for this.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Don't give them the good stuff.
Listen. I've already told you, but I'm going to tell our wonderful, wonderful listeners. If there's anyone who's going to start the Adeptus Mechanicus in our time, I genuinely believe it's going to be Elon Musk.
I got money on that too. I agree with that thought. So, Leman Russ was a general in like an old war in 40K, and he used a shitload of tanks. Because of that, they named them after him. The end.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's really about it. We could go deeper. Let's not.
No, we don't. No, we don't need to go deeper.
Exactly. So, the Leman Russ battle tank is a fucking tank. So I thought it'd be great if today, we just made a stat block for a monster that is the Leman Russ battle tank.
All right. Stat block monster. It's going to be a construct, obviously. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be a construct.
Enough.
It's going to be crazy. Mars, we got our work cut out for us because these things are a little bit crazy, but they're fucking amazing.
All right. Well, where do we start? Where do we start for this?
Well, the first thing I think of importance that I think we just got to nail down first and foremost.
That CR.
That's CR. That's where we're going to get everything else from this.
All right. So Leman Russes, you said they are special.
Except for the fact they're like a dime a dozen. They're not a dime a dozen, but they're like 170 points each. Around that range.
Points are what we use in 40K to measure the value of a unit.
The more points, the better it should be.
Should be.
Sometimes they get it
looking at you, Ethereals.
I'm looking at you, Hive Tyrants. I'm sorry. I love you, but you don't bring enough to the table.
We're strong, independent Tau. We don't need no Ethereal.
We're not strong Tyranids anymore because they took away our deep strikes.
They took away your deep strikes?
Oh, you don't know beta. We'll talk about this later. We'll talk about beta rules later. You don't know beta rules. That's right.
Okay.
I'll teach you the horrors after we finish this.
Right. Because otherwise we'd be here all day. All right. So, they are a quote-unquote dime a dozen with an asterisk.
Everything at guard is a dime a dozen. That's kind of their thing. The thing with their vehicles very rarely go above 200, where other things like, in Space Marines or in anything else like Tyranids, things like are usually between like 100 to 200 or like 200 and up usually, or like around almost 200. Whereas most vehicles in fucking what's it called? Imperial Guard are only like 100 to like 160 usually, around that range, unless you seriously start upgrading them.
Right.
So there's a serious like cost difference, but that's not what we're talking about. The main things of note is that they got a giant ass gun called a battle cannon. They can have extra guns, but we're not going to focus on that. We're just going to go base here, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a base tank.
Base tank.
Which in the fantasy world,
yeah,
a base tank is more than enough.
Right? Basic Leman Russ, it's got a battle cannon. It's got a heavy stubber.
A heavy what now?
Heavy stubber.
What's a stubber?
A stubber is the type of gun that they call a stubber because it shoots thick-ass bullets that stub people.
Oh, I see.
Those bullets got like 3 Cs.
Hey, rogues, fear this thing.
Oh, it's horror. It actually does a lot of work. The thing is, where it gets powerful is those are like the only 2 guns it has.
Oh, okay, cool.
The thing is, the battle cannon's random. The number of shots are random. However, here's the thing though. The tank has like 2, 3, but only really 2 for this case, special effects that are really cool.
Gotcha.
One is grinding advance. They can usually move like 12 inches. They're fast.
Yes. Also, in Warhammer 40K, we do not have a grid system. We just have terrain.
We use tape measures, and we measure that shit. We do math. You D&D people don't do math. Only Warhammer people do math.
Oh my gosh.
I've never seen math in D&D. I didn't just DM for 3 hours and have to calculate multiple CRs and HPs and combat encounters. Nah, that doesn't happen.
D&D isn't math.
What, do you think we play D&D for math?
Yes.
Oh god. Even I can't keep that sarcasm up. So, grinding advance is if you move half your distance, you got to shoot your main gun twice. which is really horrifying.
So just, hey, listen, we're coming up. If you're more than halfway, we're going to shoot you twice. If you come closer, we'll shoot you once. Gentleman's agreement.
No. If you move less than half your distance, you get to shoot twice.
Oh, okay. So it's, hey,
so
stay
your movement's
over there.
12. Yeah. Also, the gun's range is 72 inches. It's 6 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, so you move 6 inches, you get to shoot your gun twice. Without a penalty.
Hey, you guys over there, we're just going to shoot you twice, okay? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a strong gun, too. It's like strength 8. D6 shots.
We won't talk about strength or armor.
That just means it hurts.
When
we figure out the damage die, it just means it hurts.
It's going to hurt.
It's really going to hurt. So
this thing's really going to hurt. It's really going to say, forget you to rogues.
Yep, it's going to say forget you to rogues. The next thing of note, however, the only other special thing is that it can secure objectives, which is something only like normally people in infantry can do. So I don't know if we want to
control of territory, guys. That's all it means.
I know.
It's ground.
I just don't know how we could translate that into a monster, but let's think about that.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out as we go along. But those, like, grinding advance is something we need to put in.
That's going to be a thing.
That's going to have to be a thing. I feel like the hardest part for this is just going to be working out them numbers.
See, grinding advance alone makes me think, like, if I'm and this will help us contextualize maybe building the Leman Russ. But as a player, it sounds like if we're far away and we're taking it from range, we're actually going to have a harder time because of grinding advance.
No, exactly.
And so it seems like we actually want to charge the battle tank, but that means charging a tank, which is counterintuitive to what you usually want to do.
100%.
So it just kind of puts you in a hard place either way.
It does not make it a good time for you. They're annoying to fight, which is why I hate them, and now I'm starting to love them. Because Stockholm syndrome me.
Yeah. Well, honestly, with that in mind, like the idea that this is a quote unquote boss battle, I think actually makes me want to put it at like maybe CR10.
I mean, yeah, when you put it in like the world of D&D in a sense, even in a Spelljammer kind of campaign or Starfinder in that style, a tank is a tank.
Yeah, it's a tank.
Like, yeah, let's just period. There's nothing.
Because, like, in Warhammer, when we've got Nids, Necron, Space Marines, even,
yeah,
I might bump them up to like a CR5, honestly.
No, yeah, they're like CR5s. Like, Gene Stealers can rip through tanks. They're like CR4s at least, because 20 of them can just tear a tank apart.
Can I talk about one of my favorite things? Just one of those Warhammer things. Is that the basic Necron gun can destroy a multi-million-dollar Imperium construct.
Yep.
Like, just because it deconstructs it atom by atom,
Yep.
I love that.
Don't worry. Get ready for Chocolate Covered Gaming's new podcast, Warhammer what the
things. Fuck? Coming soon to a
podcast near you. So yeah. Oh boy.
In the context of D&D,
I would say CR10. I feel like CR10 is a solid number.
Because then you can use that as once again, quote unquote boss monster.
No, yeah. I completely agree.
All right.
So and yeah, CR10. Yep, it is a construct.
Yep.
Now I feel like the main things we should note already are that,
or are we going bigger?
Huge, or maybe even gargantuan, like 20 by 20. Hold on, let me Google an actual tank. Let me Google an actual tank size. How many people
fit in a Leman Russ?
A squad. I'm just going to like Google how big, because I remember finding it earlier. Someone posted like the actual dimensions. There we go. It's 7 meters long, 5 meters wide.
All right, let's convert that to feet.
So it's 21 feet long and 15 feet wide. we're just gonna do that because I don't want to do fucking math. So we'll just call it huge because we don't want to make like a weird thing.
Yeah, of course.
Or wait, yeah, we'll just call it huge. Or do we want to call it gargantuan? No, let's call it gargantuan.
Is it going to be gargantuan tank?
Well, because it's like 20 by 15, you know? But remember, each meter is 3.3 feet, so it's more like 18 when like we think about it.
See, when I think gargantuan, this is just more of like a personal thing. I'm thinking like...
Here's the thing.
Like something that Kratos kills on a Saturday.
No, I know, but here's the thing you have to remember about gargantuan. Gargantuan is 4 squares by 4 squares and up.
Oh, right.
So an ancient red dragon and Tarask are both gargantuan, and a purple worm's also gargantuan, you know?
Right. Gargantuan it is. You've convinced me.
It's just going to be like basic gargantuan, 20 by 20.
Yeah.
We can put that in parentheses next to it.
Yeah, of course. All right, gargantuan construct.
Yeah, so the first things to know, I feel like I already know part of its stat line.
Right. What? Shoot.
It has 4s or like 2s in wisdom, charisma, and intelligence because it's something piloted, you know? I feel like 2 things we should do is like give it that low like charisma, intelligence, and wisdom, but then like make it immune to charm, fear, and other mental effects like that.
Of course, because construct. So you're saying a 4 in intelligence, wisdom, charisma?
Yeah. But also then in turn we give it like, you know, immunity to...
Yeah, the construct immunities. You can't poison a Leman Russ.
Yeah, but again, also like fear and, you know, charm, because again, for the Emperor. But if you're smart about it, you can take advantage of the fact that it sucks at identifying things.
Yeah.
So throw up an illusion, it'll shoot at the illusion. You can work around this guy.
This is a boss fight. Figure out the tactics.
Yeah, but because it's like so low on that end, maybe we can work those out later, but I like the idea of it being like dumb because it's like a piloted thing.
Well, yeah, because you got like a squad of people and like there's bound to be one guy who's going to illusions.
Exactly.
Like,
I think maybe we should make that a mechanic too. Like one of its effects is piloted nature, you know?
Yeah, it's a piloted thing and, you know, piloted by like so many people.
But like, yeah, piloted nature, like you have to target the people inside with mental effects if you want to affect it with mental effects.
Now tell me, Hirsch, because now that we've done half of the stat line, was this built to last?
20 strength, 20 constitution. Minimum.
Okay, cool.
No, minimum. I feel like they got to go higher, but that's the minimum I'm willing to accept.
Are you going to go for the moon, Hirsch?
I want to say 22 strength, 24 con.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they've lasted millennia.
That's right.
They've lasted millennia.
Yeah. Way higher than the typical mortal.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially the things that this thing fights on the regular.
Exactly.
All right, what about that dexterity?
They can go fast, you know? They're still a tank, but they can go quickly, so I want to say like 14 maybe.
Oh, I was thinking like 16.
Go 16. It's like they're fast, but they're still like, you know, they're on treads. They have to like, you know, maneuver a bit more.
Yeah, there's only so much they can do.
Yeah, but I want them to like, you know, full speed ahead or full back. They can still like get out of a tough situation.
They can parallel park. Definitely.
Exactly.
All right. So we got that stat line. We're burning through this.
So let's work on the effects now and like those kind of things. We know it's construct immunities, right?
Yep, construct immunities.
Piloted
fear,
nature,
poison,
charm.
All right, and now piloted nature.
So this is the one where like I feel like we can go interesting with it. Like, what does it basically mean to be piloted? Like, how does it affect the way this thing works because it's piloted? AoE? Yeah.
First thing I think of with piloted, and this comes from my bare minimal time with World of War tanks, where if you kill the pilots, the tank's basically dead.
That's the thing. So part of me wants to say like, you know, we may, if we have the time, we may want to make Imperial Guards, or hell, maybe that'll be my next episode too if we don't have the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But
we can even go as basic as D&D usually does, where it's like, hey, they've got an HP of this and AC of this, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, we'll do that. But That way, if players want, like, the tank is considered 3/4 piloted nature. It is piloted by 5 people.
Right.
And the tank counts as 3/4 cover for all effects. That way, those guys with sharpshooter can still be like, but hey.
I'm gonna shoot through the barrel.
Well, no, because tanks have those vision slots, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, the vision little.
They have
I
to
call
see,
them the
man.
murder holes, but
Yeah, the murder holes, but they have to be able to see,
yeah. Someone's got to be driving this thing.
Yeah. Piloted nature. I think what you said is perfect. Each person inside has an AC of, I want to say 15, probably medium armor.
Yeah, medium armor.
15 and HP of like, I want to say like 40 to 50.
Yeah.
Enough that one fireball doesn't wreck them.
Wanna
Even
do
though they have like a
45?
plus. What?
Meet us in the middle. Want to just meet 45 HP?
Yeah, let's go 45. Enough that like one fireball doesn't wreck them all, even though they'll have like a +5 to dex saves with 3/4 cover.
Mm-hmm.
I think the main thing though is that we should also note they have a dex. They are proficient in dex saves, wisdom saves. Yeah, just dex and wisdom. Because wisdom is usually fear, and they're for the Emperor,
Yeah, even though they're just the Imperial Guard, they're still for everyone in the Imperium's for the Emperor.
They have shitty leadership in the game, and leadership is what determines how loyal you are. But there are ways you can buff them. They can be loyal under certain situations.
Yeah,
and
they have a little portrait of the Emperor just hanging in the tank.
Yeah. Besides that, I think that's good for now. I feel weird adding more numbers, but they are proficient, so they do have like a CR10, like a +3, +4.
Yeah.
So that's a total of +9 to dex save, so that's good.
Yeah, I think we hit what we needed to with piles of nature. Just saying, hey, there's people in here.
Exactly. Now grinding advance. If this creature moves only half its speed, it can shoot. It can take an extra attack action. How about we say it like that?
Yeah. We're future-proof in this.
Yep. It can take an extra attack action. And that's it.
Cool.
Period.
Perfect.
We're done.
Pack it up, boys. We're done here.
Okay, no. Now we're at the hard part. We have to build the gun.
All right. So I know we promised people guns last time. We gave you a Halo. So here's your guns now. Right? Here's your guns with interest.
Yes. Oh boy.
2.
We have all the guns. We have too many guns, in fact.
So you want to explain to them what a las cannon is, or do I need to?
No, because we're doing a battle cannon.
Oh, right. Yes. Sorry.
Las cannon is what it sounds like. It's a laser cannon. It hurts.
All right. You want to explain a bolter?
A bolter is a fucking machine gun, but it's the size of your head. No, actually, more like the size of your head. It's as thick as your head and as long as your arm.
Yeah. Men hold those in one hand and shoot.
Sometimes they hold two, both hands,
or a big one.
Yeah. Now, a battle cannon is just a thick ass tank cannon. Best way to put it. That can shoot a random number of times, depending on how quick they load. Now, I feel like the best way we can just do this is if we want to make our lives easy, we can just do multi-attack 2 times. They get to shoot it twice. Is that fine? Or
D4, shoot that many times in this turn.
Oh boy. That's risky. Because depending on how powerful we make this gun, that could just be death.
Yeah.
Let's go D3.
D3?
D3. Roll your D6 divided in half. For those of you who are going, there is no D3.
Yes, it is. You take a D4, instead of putting the numbers on the sides, you just put them in the center of the...
You need to leave. So, After that, we'll roll a d3, and you get to shoot that many times, and you have to roll it each time you attack. And then for the action, you can shoot your battle cannon, and that we'll see if we'll consider the heavy stubber later.
Yeah. Don't worry, it won't get snubbed.
It won't get snubbed.
It's just getting put on the shelf. We're gonna look at it on occasion. Give it, some milk and cookies.
Yeah, the main thing we got to figure out now, though, is how powerful the cannon's going to be, and if we want to give it a heavy stubber after, because, oh boy.
Well, according to my handy-dandy little chart here, the average DPR CR10 creature is about 65.5. So if we divide that, let's say, do you want to divide it 3 ways, or do you want to just say divide by 2 ways and go?
Divide by 2, because... do we want to... No, let's divide by 2, because they'll have a minimum... If they move only half, or less, they'll have a minimum of, 2 attacks a turn.
So that
maximum of 6.
About 32.5.
Okay, so
damage.
Let's say, 3d8 plus... We gave it plus 6 strength, right? 22?
Yep.
So how about 3d... 8 plus 6.
38 plus 6 piercing?
Yep. 3d8 plus 6 piercing with a whatever to hit, because it's gonna use strength to hit.
Of course. It's got that firepower.
Yep.
So that would be like a plus, that's 6 and CR10. So that'd be a plus 10 to hit.
Sounds good. Again, you're not going to beat this. The way you're going to want to beat this thing isn't by fighting it. It's going to be by nuking it with magic or something to kill the people inside.
Yeah. Like the people are... You're not fighting the tank. You're fighting the people hiding inside of it.
Yeah. Part of me wants to almost we'll go back to Piloted Nature later, because I feel like it'd be cool if we put a debuff on...
They make their shots with disadvantage if more than half are dead.
I love it. Put it down.
All right.
Perfect. Because I feel like there should be a debuff, because they're not running at full efficiency anymore.
Yeah. If more than half the pilots are dead, they make their attacks with disadvantage.
That way, if your archer's having sharpshooter gets those shots in and kills one off, and then while your wizard's nuking it, you can get that. You can do that. It's doable.
And now we've incorporated morality checks in a way.
Exactly. Another thing to worry. Look, you know what? Maybe we'll start a Warhammer podcast. Tell us what you think in the comments below.
Warhammer podcast.
If you really want it, we'll do it.
We'll call it Chocolate Covered Future.
No, Chocolate Covered Fury. Chocolate Covered Hammer.
Chocolate Covered Imperium. We'll workshop this later.
I feel like we can handle it later. Okay, so we got this big ass gun. I feel that's really powerful. I feel like giving it a heavy stubber is going to be a little much, because it does 30 damage a shot, and it can do minimum, if they're smart, which they should be, minimum 2 shots a turn, which gets the average DPS. Mm-hmm. So after that, literally, you have a chance of tripling your quadrupling or sextupling your DPS.
Okay, heavy stubber. I know we told you we're not snubbing you. We're done here. We're sorry. You can go home.
We still gotta do HP, but also, you know what? How about, I feel like we're gonna have a lot of extra time because we're burning through this, because for some reason
heavy stubber is a recharge tech.
You know what? You're right. How about we make it an AoE?
Heavy stubber, get back in here. You got the part.
Heavy stubber, you got the part. We love you, heavy stubber.
You're gonna be a co.
So how about this? So it's when they get close, it has 36-inch range, so 3 feet. So half the battle cannon. Oh, we never put the battle cannon range down.
Oh yeah, we should probably do that, huh?
That's important. How far is a longbow's range? Because it's going to be longer than that. A longbow is
360.
No, I think longbows are longer.
Is it longer?
I think it goes up to 600 long range.
Oh,
Yeah, 150 to 600.
Oh darn! I shortchanged it by 30 feet for the minimum.
And then, a lot for the max.
Yeah, well, that was a given.
So I feel like I kind of want to make it a little longer, actually.
A little longer than the long bow.
So I want to say like
160, 660.
Nice, solid. Gee, I wonder what you're trying to go for there. Are you proud of yourself?
Am I?
I don't know. Are you?
I mean, a little bit. It was pretty quick, and you agreed. So. Anytime I can get you to agree with me when I throw out a number, that's good because I don't know.
Yeah, 160 to 680, I think, though. So we avoid that.
680.
Also, let's add to because grinding advance has the ability of you don't take a penalty even though you moved and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the same thing. If you only move half your distance as a part of grinding advance, let's also put you don't take a penalty to long range shots or shooting at long range.
So we'll just add that to grinding advance that you don't have penalty.
Yeah.
Shooting beyond minimum.
Yeah. So that way, if they have to like move. Oh, we didn't even put movement down. Or we still have to do movement and HP.
Yep. No, we got stuff to do. Don't worry. It's a Russ. And then you know what? We'll probably do some lore for this because why the hell did this show up here?
We have to. We have to make it fit in our world. Not even though the amazingly beautiful 40K world is great, we have to make it fit in our world.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got.
I'm thinking Magitech.
Oh, obviously Magitech. But now we got the Heavy Stubber. Heavy Stubber's back in here. We called it in because someone else got kicked after we tragically told it not to. So we spent one episode of it just, thinking about what it did and messed up on and how it enjoyed the chance anyway. And then even though it's like, I don't regret anything, we go, you're in, by the way. And it goes like, oh yeah, great. Fuck all the shit I just went through.
Hey,
like some animes.
That gun that we just sent home. Did it ask you to be a good contact for it, or was that just me?
Nice. So a heavy
that was just me, I guess.
God damn it. I swear, Chris. You're Marsing it up today.
Swear to Emperor, swear to the Emperor?
Oh, piece of garbage. I swear to God.
So the Emperor then.
No, actually, that's the one thing he hates.
He hasn't got. When the Emperor gets off his chair and tells me he doesn't want to be God, then maybe I'll listen. Until then.
Okay, you know what? No wonder you like fucking AdMech so much. That's literally their whole mantra.
Yeah, right?
Okay, we may have to start a Warhammer podcast for all this shit. Continuing on.
Or
the Heavy Stubber. I swear, right? That's our new segment, Warhammer shit. But okay, the Heavy Stubber, recharge weapon. Do we want to do it on 5 and 6?
Yeah, that's fine.
So I think within it's a 60-foot cone.
60-foot cone.
That does, let's say 5d10 plus 6 damage.
Yeah.
And it's a dexterity save.
A lot of people. Dex save. DC?
10 plus 8 plus 4 plus 6, so 18.
18, nice.
It's just a hail of bullets.
It's just a hail of gunfire. I mean, really, but there's not much we can say. It's self-explanatory. It looks at an area. It says all of you people are going to become Swiss cheese.
It's for when your barbarian. Yeah, it's for when your barbarian actually almost gets there.
Yeah. Who's that, sir? Don't worry about it. Use the stubber.
I feel like we may have to buff the CR after all we've done because this is a bit of a beast. A little bit. See,
I mean, it is a tank.
That's true. So now we got 2 more things.
Hey, I just realized this is a tank, but if you need a tank to out-tank the tank, we made a Space Marine for you already.
That's why I said, that's why part of me was like, I don't want to do it because we just did 40K. Then the other part of me was like, but we just gave him a Space Marine.
Yeah. Hey, guys, if you want to beat this, make sure to buy the Space Marine DLC.
Oh my God. So Now we left the last two most important things besides lore for last. HP and movement.
And AC.
And AC, the three most important things. We've left them for
The things
last.
that kind of make it playable.
Shh, shh, shh.
All right, 90 feet movement.
Part of me wants to disagree, but the other part of me, because like so a fact of Warhammer is apparently like every inch is like 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of reasonable.
Also,
part of me wants to say just for mechanics' sake, because again we have the whole
60
grinding
feet.
advance thing. There's no reason for them not to just move 30 feet back and shoot.
Yeah, that's true.
So I want to say like maybe for the sake of mechanics and also because we've made it so powerful everywhere else.
20.
No, 40.
Oh,
that
40.
way it has to move 20.
Yeah, that's fair.
That way, if a character's moving at least its normal speed, it'll start catching up every turn.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And then the monks just laugh at everyone else as they outrun them.
No, but that's
I don't
the thing.
have to outrun the tank. I just have to outrun you.
Exactly. But that's the thing, you know what I mean? As they get closer, they can figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that is good movement. That way, you know, most people can get closer. The archer doesn't have to worry about being outran, and the guy just pulling, like, you know, getting him in that sweet spot of, like, between 600 and 680.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll take some time, and it's going to be a horrible fight for melee characters, sadly, but I feel like that's kind of the point.
Oh, yeah.
So fuck the paladins and fighters who are just broken.
Hey, you guys, you know that one thing you can do? You don't get to do that today.
But let's be honest, you know, I feel like, maybe that's an episode we should talk about is like classes.
Oh yeah, the class stereotype or like
the class stereotype. We could do class stereotypes. We could do, you know, the class hierarchy, class meta.
How to build a party.
We can do all that
in game,
shit.
Not out of game, because we don't have friends.
Yeah, no, we barely have each other. So
yeah,
we can do all that stuff. I think that's we'll note that afterwards. We'll get that down. But
I mean, we haven't noted. It's called a podcast episode.
Okay, you know what? Kurtz, can you step over here with me real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah,
you want to cover the mic a bit?
Yeah, you know, like, hey, I mean, come on, man, why you got to put me on blast like that? I mean, come on, like, you know.
I'm sorry. You know what?
I think we're like, come on, we're both hosts here. You know, we gotta have some respect for each other. That's all I'm saying. You know?
I'm just saying. It's like, I think the pressure's good. You know,
Kurt, you're doing great. Look, you're amazing. Okay, you're amazing.
Really? Oh.
No, you are. You're great.
Okay.
You are amazing. Okay, look.
All right. I'll cool off.
Yeah. Let's get back to the mics.
Right,
Okay, so, you know, we've got the movement down. I couldn't. I just cracked. Oh god. This is how you know I've done 9 hours of work today.
Yeah, a bit.
So, yeah, a bit. So we got all the goods. We need AC and HP now. AC is going to be, you know, like natural armor kind of style, like, you know, constructs and such.
Because it has a bunch of metal and stuff.
It's just a tank. Part of me wants to just say 20. It's a tank.
Yeah, it's a tank. Once again, you're not trying to destroy the tank. You're trying to kill the guys driving the tank.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Sharpshooter, I feel like we may want to consider, like, something against that. But hey, if you have that feat for this specific moment, it's going to be great. So I feel like all the power to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, Fireball is going to be a great answer against this because the guys inside are going to be fucked too.
And hey, if you like us telling you how to kill the monsters, then leave a comment down below telling us how this is helpful or destructive to your usage of these monsters.
God, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just saying it all out loud to like work through it all, which I thought made good podcasting, but also, yeah, we could just be ruining our own creations. Dear God, we haven't even thought about this.
We are the guys who put a ventilation shaft straight to the engine of the Death Star.
Hey! Rogue One showed us that was a brilliant ploy.
Oh yes, of course, right? Stardust and all that.
No, just, really well hidden stuff, Continuing on.
No one saw that. No one saw that there's the giant exhaust port that can.
It wasn't big. It was only about the size of a swamp rat,
All right,
And then
anyway.
there would happen to be a pilot who shoots swamp rats for fun.
Yeah, he's with his what was it, like T-16 in something Gulch or whatever. Oh,
Let's
man.
stop. We're just hurting ourselves now.
Hurting ourselves in our confusion.
I swear we're nerds. Please believe us. Okay, so
HP.
HP, that's it. How much of HP does a normal CR10 usually have?
Well, the average CR10, according to my helpful little table, is about 213 for a CR10. That's the average, of course.
We made the guys inside 45?
Yeah.
Maybe we should knock them down to like 30. They're guardsmen, to be fair.
All right, you want to knock them down to like what the CR1 would be?
No, because that's like 10. 22 HP is like CR1. I'm just thinking of all of them together. Remember, they have to get 5.
Yeah.
And we did give them a good buff to like avoid. They have a +9 to avoiding like fireball.
Want to just knock them down to 35?
Let's knock them down to 35.
All right, knock down to 35.
That way, your archer at level 8, should be able to at least do like 2 good shots if they have sharpshooter in.
Mm-hmm.
We also
consider the unthinkable. Someone throws 2 of these.
Okay, well, that's on them. That's not us anymore. That's them.
We don't take responsibility.
We don't take responsibility if you're a dick.
We just make them.
We just make the monsters. You use them. It's like Frankenstein.
Sonic the Hedgehogs at your players, then you know what? More power to you.
Right? If all your players are just shonen, you have the right to. That's on us.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If they're all going Space Marines, then yeah, you can definitely throw.
If they're all 4th of July warlocks, worshipping America, that's on them.
Yeah, because that manifest destiny hit them hard in the fantasy world.
Exactly. Okay, so
we nerfed Imperial Guardsmen.
Yeah, so I feel like a little more HP on the tank though, because again, I feel like I want to penalize almost them not being smart about handling this.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you said how much again? 216?
Yeah, 216.
240, maybe.
240.
Around there.
All right, let me crank my little number generator. Get that running as I consider what could be the number value that we want. Totally not stalling for time. That's way too short. 20. No, wait. No, still two. I got 215 exact. I got 215 exactly with gosh darn 15d12 plus 120.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Sorry, it's 217. If you want to go higher, I can give it some more.
Let's just throw like 2 more on there and see what we get.
All right. That's an additional 16, so that's 136. And cranking the machine, we got, what is it? It's a 246.
Perfect.
All right, that's 17d12 plus 136.
Boom, we made it.
For an average of 246.
Perfect. Okay. We got it done. We have built with our arcane magics of, Magitech and all that, a Leman Russ.
All right.
Damn, look at us.
Look at us. It's a tank. It's got guns. It's got people. It's got cup holders. It's got Kung Fu grip. It's got Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Boy, and you're really going at it. You were really just trying on that one. I mean, nothing, all the power to you, but boy, I could hear the strain. You okay there, buddy?
Also, it's got the Super FX chip installed into the engine. You know,
Oh my fuck.
fuel injected.
Chris, the joke was good. You can stop. It was funny.
Okay, cool. All right, just making sure. I need to be absolutely sure.
It was funny when you started. Now it's not.
All right, yeah, that was the Leman Russ.
Okay, that was a Leman Russ. Now,
Hey, what's the alignment?
Neutral, true neutral, because it's piloted.
I'm making sure we didn't forget anything else. No, we got it. Perfect. First try.
We did it.
Wait, no, we didn't. Things
Wait,
like
what?
passive perception skills.
Oh, son of a! It's a tank. It doesn't have any.
Cool. Just making sure. I needed our listeners to know.
You know, that's fair. We did
Damage resistance and immunity.
Oh, that's a good point. I think like resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing. The standard, soft standard.
Non-magical, blood/pierce. See, I knew we forgot something.
Besides that, I think we're good actually on that.
Now
because we already gave it like poison immunity.
This thing doesn't have like dark vision.
Yeah, no. Again, it's the guys inside that matter. If you want to
buff that, guardsman, you matter.
Right? If you want to buff it, switch the guys inside. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Put some
elves in there, and it has 60-foot dark vision.
Yeah.
Put some, like dragonborns in, like put half orcs in there, and then you got unending endurance.
Put orcs in there.
Wah.
We're sorry.
We're just sorry at this. I feel like we said we were going to talk about lore. We have magic tech. Some beautiful gnome wizard made this and was like, yeah, this is great, and then started selling it, and then quickly went, oh yeah, no.
He looked at the world and said, you just got jammed by Jamhorn.
Yeah. So I think we're good. What do you think?
Yeah, we got it. We made a tank.
We made a full-on
named after a guy who fought in the war.
Right. So I think at this point we do our usual send out. Mars, can you please tell them where the lovely people can find us?
All right. So if you want to tell us about the time that your DM threw like 5 of these tanks because he thought it'd be funny. You can send us an email at chocolatecoveredgamemail@gmail.com. That's chocolatecoveredgamemail@gmail.com. You can find our SoundCloud, which has a link to our YouTube channel, because we still don't got that custom URL yet, at soundcloud.com/2019_69.
Yep. Please send us emails. We, like looking at them. We've been reading them, and if you send them to us, we've started just answering them on Candy Corn, because, well, that's when we have the most time.
Answer them on Candy Corners.
Yeah, and we're also not just Crunch, you know what I mean?
It's not we're not the Crunch bar,
We're not worried, and that's the main point for us, really. So yeah,
send emails. We love them.
We do actually enjoy them. The few we've gotten, please send us. We'll answer anything. Well, not anything, but mostly anything.
Yeah. We won't answer anything, but we'll answer things that we're allowed to. Like, we're not going to tell you where Craig lives, because Craig's our guy.
Craig is too good for this world. We will defend them with.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I've been Hershey. This has been Chris /Mars/Bar. And we're sorry.
We're really sorry.